be pretty much my everyday simple makeup routine. And while I do my makeup, we're also gonna chit chat. I'm just really gonna chit chat about life, what I've been feeling, and what my goals are for 2020. So to start off, I will be using the Caudalie. This is their moisturizing sorbet. So even though I do have oily skin, I like to just put some moisturizer on in the winter. In the summer, I don't do that, but in the winter, I definitely like to moisturize, and I like to use a moisturizer that is lightweight. And then after I put my moisturizer on, I kind of let that sit for a couple minutes. So for primer today, I'll be using the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer. And I really love this because it is a mattifying primer. CoverGirl sent this to me a couple of months ago, and I just got around to using it, but I really do appreciate it. Still gonna let the moisturizer sit for a couple minutes, but let's talk about life. So many of you guys know I started doing vlogmas, and then I had a death, I would say in the family, because he was like a grandfather to me. And then I got this, I want to say, I got communication, if you will, from God. God talks to me all the time, so it's nothing new, and I know I've shared that before. And some people, you know, it depends on who you believe in. I know I believe in God, and like real talk, he definitely does communicate with me. And for me, I am a person who, when it comes to God, like, I'm gonna be very obedient in what he tells me to do. And straight up, God told me that I needed to protect my space and my energy. And what I took that to be was, I can't, at least not right now, be out here vlogging and just, because sometimes honestly when you're vlogging and you're getting content, you get so wrapped up in that just becomes your focus, and you can lose yourself. And you're more about putting out the content, you know, like, okay, it's December 5th, it's Vlogmas Day 5, I need to put out that content, as opposed to just really being in tune with yourself. So moving right along, I'm going to be using the Xoxo Buttercup, and I will be putting this all over my face before I do my foundation, because with oily skin, I find that the Xoxo Buttercup, or any translucent setting powder for that matter, it definitely does help the foundation last. And when I say last, y'all, I mean it could last up to a full day. Like if I were flying, my face would definitely, you know, still look good after 12 hours, after 16 hours, just by doing this extra step and just hitting all of my oily spots. So anyway, I decided that I was not going to do Vlogmas anymore. Obviously I would still put out content for the month of December, but that I was just going to take some time to love on myself, be obedient, listen, and just do what I do best. Like, you know, mind my business and keep it going. So now let's move on to foundation. If you guys have been watching my Instagram, you saw this the other day, and you saw that Avon and the Face Shop have collaborated to curate Korean beauty products. So you just pull the sponge out, and then you just dab it into the product and apply it. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff too. And honestly speaking, I probably should have washed my sponge, but I definitely did not do that because I'm a bad girl. I typically do. I totally forgot. But hopefully the application still looks nice. So just to elaborate, like, protecting your space and your energy is so important. Some of the ways that you can do that are just being aware of who you're spending time with, who you're speaking to, who you are around. I am very in touch with that. I used to hang around groups of girls, like a lot of girls, and I just realized that, like, I wasn't on the same page as some people, and like there are things that I want out of life that if I don't have certain people around me that are feeding my spirit and feeding my soul, it's very easy that my time can just, you know, you ever like look at the clock and 1 minute it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then next thing you know, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're like, where did the day go? Well, the day is gone because you spent your time maybe talking to people that weren't feeding your soul, or you just weren't being productive, if you will. So now let's move into concealer. I'll be using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the color Butterscotch. And then I'll be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the color Cafe. I just like to mix these two if I'm going for a little bit more oomph. Otherwise, I'll just use the L'Oreal Pro Glow. But this one's definitely thicker, so let's put a little extraness under my eye. So anyway, you know, I have no doubt in my mind that like God is taking me somewhere. He's taking me places. Like, you know, I like to think that what I'm doing is led by God, because if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be in my life, straight up. And I give all glory to God because I know where I was. Like, I know the struggle that I've been through. I know the days when I felt like I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was depressed, you know. Especially like my last relationship, it took a toll on me, but like, man, I am a firm believer. Don't worry, y'all, I'm gonna blend all this out. I'm a firm believer that sometimes God will have you sacrifice yourself so that he can bring you to the other side for like greater good, if you will. So I've been through a lot of different things in my life. You know, my dad was murdered. Like, all of these things that happened to me are literally things that you know, not everybody can bounce back from, because it's hard as is. Like, we live in a cold world. You know, look here in New York City, the student at Barnard was freaking murdered by only God knows who, just trying to get to class. Like, we live in a cold world. And for me, I know what I want. I know what God has shown me. I know, you know, where he's taking me, and I just have to be obedient. So I'm gonna go and set my concealer with the Sacha Buttercup. And I had a couple of people ask me how to stop your concealer from creasing, and honestly, y'all, this is it. I use the same exact sponge that I just put the concealer on with, and now I'm gonna go in and set it. But you know, I'm just tired. You know, I'm just at the point in my life where no longer will I be like giving my energy or my time to people, places, or things that don't benefit me. I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition in the color Deep Neutral 2. If you guys notice, I'm using a lot of matte products, and I just really like my makeup to stay set. I just go around certain places on my face, and then I obviously blend. So crazy. Like, this color was so, I might have to go lighter, and thank God CoverGirl sent me the whole set, because this color was great for me in the summer, obviously, because you get darker. But like now, oh child, it's not exactly it. But hopefully everything, well, not hopefully, everything always ends up blending. But I definitely need to go a little darker. I mean, a little lighter. I'm gonna go back into this powder and just take this along the cheekbone area-ish, kind of cutting it, if you will. But I don't really contour. I don't know, I do a little something, y'all. I do whatever works for me. But anyway, so here is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. I love this. It comes with a contour shade, a sculpting shade, and a highlighter, and it's falling off of here, but you can easily glue that back with a glue gun. So I go into the contour shade right here, the darker one, and just like dab, dab, dab. Then I kind of, ooh, look at that. So I just like do that first, just a little bit, kind of, you know, just to kind of get it on there. And I just kind of let that sit for a second. Then I take this little residue that's here, go along my forehead. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the same brush and just you see that now? You guys, hopefully you guys can see like that difference. So now it's time for some eyeliner. I love eyeliner. So my favorite eyeliner is Wet n Wild H2O Proof, but I don't like the applicator. So I use my Revlon Color Stay applicator, and that's just what I do. So now I'm gonna go in with my Lancome primer. This was sent to me complimentary from Lancome. This came in the holiday glow gift box, and I love this so much. Makes your lashes look super, super long. And honestly, I don't wear lashes every single day. I wear them every now and then. So I'm not even gonna put any on for this video, just cause like, this is my real deal everyday makeup, and every day I don't wear lashes, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do. As this dries in, I'm gonna go on with my Milani Fierce Foil Eye Shine, and I'm just gonna go into this little color right down here. It's a nice creamy eye shine, so I'm gonna take this and just put this right in here. Now I'm going into my Monsieur Big Lancome eyeshadow palette into this soft pink here. It's called Base. I'm just gonna put that right down here. It's gorgeous. So that covered that that Fierce foil from Milani. So now I'm gonna go in with mascara. This is L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, and I like to go in as soon as I see that the primer has completely dried. I'm gonna go back in with the same eyeliner and line down here, close that wing. Same over here. So now that mirror is there. Moment of truth is to really look into this one. The blush I'll be using today is from Morphe. This is their 8C Cool Pro palette. And I'm just gonna go in over here, like in like the pinky kind of tones, because that's just kind of what I'm feeling. Hopefully it's not too light. I think that looks pretty. It's not too much. I'm gonna go in with some highlighter, and the two highlighters that I'll be using, the first is the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner. This is in the color Gilded Glory, and I'll also be using my MAC Golden Bronze. Love this stuff so much. You guys know I really love highlighting. That's my favorite part. So I just spray my brush, and I'll go into my MAC Gilded Glory first, watching my camera battery to make sure it doesn't get disrespectful. And I like to bring my highlighter all the way up. Same over here. I like to bring it on my nose. lip, the chin. Again, a little goes a long way, but I really like to glow. So then what I do is I just take a big kind of poofy brush and just make sure it all really blends together everywhere. So now I'm just gonna go and spray my face. This is the Milani Make It Last. And I'll just go back in with my big brush and kind of press into the skin. And now I'm gonna do some lip color. This is my favorite lip liner, you guys know, MAC Chestnut. Smudge that out a little bit. The Too Faced Melted Matte in the color Queen Bee. So now I like to go over that with this. This is from Nika K New York Diamond Glow Lip Gloss. I like to go over it with my Brilliant Effects lip gloss. You guys know I love this from Black Radiant because it makes it super shiny. I love shiny lips. Like sometimes when people are boarding the plane, they're like, oh my gosh, one person was like, your lips look like holographic. Like, come through. Actually, I think it was the captain too. I was like, come through, Cap. So I spray my face a little bit more. And you guys, this is my everyday makeup look. It is super easy, glowy, fun, really pretty, kind of glam, but not really. And then I'll just go through and like touch up. And the thing about makeup is like, yes, it's great to have nice application, but you always have to start with a great base. And a great base is skincare. Well, all right, you guys, that is all I have for today's video. So in the meantime, in between time, until you guys see me again, make sure you continue to stay beautiful from the inside to the out. Let your light shine. Let nothing or no one stop you from glowing, growing, and just making it happen.